What if I told you that one of the most powerful revolutions in African history wasn't led by soldiers, but by market women? Not armed with guns, but with their voices, unity, and an unshakable sense of justice. Stay with me, because this is not just a story, it's a legacy. In 1929, in southeastern Nigeria, something extraordinary happened. Thousands of women traders, farmers, mothers, rose up against colonial oppression in what is now known as the Aba Women's Riot, or more accurately, the Women's War. But this wasn't chaos. This was organized resistance. Under British colonial rule, the system of governance had changed drastically. Traditional leadership structures were replaced with warrant chiefs, men appointed by the British who often abused their power. Then came the rumor that changed everything. Women were going to be taxed. Now, taxation might sound ordinary today, but back then it was unheard of for women to be taxed. Women were already the backbone of the economy, dominating trade and agriculture. This wasn't just unfair, it was an attack. And here's where it gets interesting. One woman, named Nwanyeruwa, confronted a census agent who was trying to count her assets, likely a prelude to taxation. She resisted. Voices were raised. And that moment, it lit a fire. Word spread like wildfire across villages. Within weeks, tens of thousands of women gathered. They marched, they sang, they protested. They used a traditional form of protest called sitting on a man, a powerful cultural method of shaming corrupt leaders. They danced, mocked, and surrounded the homes of warrant chiefs, demanding accountability. And here's the hook, this wasn't random. These women had networks, communication systems, strategy. They targeted colonial institutions, courts, prisons, and administrative offices. Before we go further, take a second. If stories like this inspire you, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me where you're watching from, and subscribe so you don't miss powerful African histories like this. Trust me, it only gets more intense from here. The British didn't expect this level of resistance. At first, they dismissed it. That was a mistake. As protests intensified, colonial troops were deployed. And then violence. In places like Ababa and beyond, soldiers opened fire on unarmed women. Over 50 women were killed. Let that sink in. But even in the face of bullets, the women didn't back down easily. Their courage forced the colonial government to rethink its policies. The Women's War led to major reforms. The warrant chief system was re-evaluated. Women gained more representation in local governance. And most importantly, it proved something powerful. That unity could shake an empire. This event became a cornerstone in Nigeria's anti-colonial struggle, paving the way for future movements. So the next time you think change only comes from the top, remember, the women of 1929, who had no official power yet rewrote history. Their weapon? Collective courage. If this story moved you, don't just scroll past like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment. Do you think you would have had the courage to stand with them? And of course, subscribe for more stories that deserve to be remembered. Because history isn't just about the past, it's about the voices we choose to keep alive.